Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Will you please rise? And we will sing together.
And this, happy Pride, by the way, this is by our own beloved David J. Lane. Davy Lane wrote this. We're going to sing the chorus of We Are One.
He's with us in spirit.
We are one, we stand together, the light of God finds every precious heart, you and I, in common goodness, take my hand and we'll keep marching right on through. We are one, we stand together, the light of God finds every precious heart, you and I, in common goodness. Take my hand and we'll keep marching right on through. We are one, we stand together, the light of God finds every precious heart, you and I, in common goodness. Take my hand and we'll keep marching right on through. Take my hand and we'll keep marching right on through. Take my hand and we'll keep marching right on through.
Oh, hello. Our musicians up here this morning are Sasha, myself, Wendy, Glenn, Ed, and our beloved music director, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
So pleased to be with you.
This is a familiar melody, but different words. This is God of Many Faces to the melody Slain.
God of many faces, we offer our praise, singing your glory through all of our days. Hear ever-growing voices, once fragile, now strong, carrying melodies in expansive new songs. God of many genders, our world reflects you. Sunrise and sunset, uniting our hues, woven into a city with hues of all shades, houses of ruby and walls glowed with jade. God of many names, we invite you to show us the new names that reflect our true souls. Breathe with your Holy Spirit to give us the word that will indwell dry bones, granting new life once heard. God of many faces, we offer our praise, singing your glory through all of our days. Hear ever-growing voices, once fragile, now strong, carrying melodies in expansive new songs.
Beautiful.
And now we welcome our guest speaker, Cindy Zontek, to open us in prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Pride. So if you will, for our opening prayer, just take a slow, deep breath. Bring yourself into the moment. And I ask you to quiet your minds and to open your hearts. We ask one presence, the divine source, to be here with us, to be within us. And we thank you for this day and for this sacred moment. Today, we ask that you help us to become more aware of the stories we tell ourselves, more aware of the fears that quietly shape our lives, more aware of the love that is already present for us. May we see ourselves today with compassion. May we meet one another with grace. And may we leave today just a little bit more awake than when we arrived. Remind us that your presence is here, now, and always within. And let us have the wisdom to always let love lead. And so it is.
Ring-a-ding-ding. It's me. You all know me. I'm Levon Derringer, and I welcome you to Unity of St. Petersburg, where we celebrate God, the good, and the principles of unity as a positive path for spiritual living. We are pleased to join together in celebration and worship, whether you're here in the sanctuary or with us on Zoom. Thank you for being a part of our spiritual family. If you're here in the sanctuary, if you haven't done so already, would you please silence your cell phones? We believe there are many paths to God and many names for God, but there is only one power and one presence, and it is good, God the good. Unity invites us to awaken to the Christ within us with practical applications for everyday positive living in order to make a difference in our world. For those visiting Unity for the first time, we welcome you. If you are here for the first time, please take a moment to complete the two-sided sheet that's in the chair in front of you and turn it in at the gift shop at the end of service, and we have a small gift for you. And we invite you to return. Now for announcements, which I have a bunch of them, so I might forget something. Here at Unity, we honor and celebrate June as Pride Month. In recognition of Pride Month, we have dedicated songs of love and acceptance during our service today. And today we have a guest speaker returning, Cindy Zontek. Cindy is a spiritual leader in the St. Pete Gulfport community. Let's welcome Cindy back, and we look forward to hearing Cindy's message. And her message today is about living from the heart. Breaking news, people. Breaking news. As you are aware, during the month of June, we've been holding a special fundraiser for the Gratitude Tree in honor of Reverend Laurie's first anniversary. And all the funds that we raise are going to certain projects that we have in the works, such as a kitchen, extending the stage, and our wall mural project. And as of today, now I have received more today, but I counted, we have over $1,800 so far, and that has gone up considerably with what I have received this morning. So thank you for all who have donated. This is the last Sunday in June. So today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's it, folks. So there's sheets out there on the table. Also, more breaking news, we're having a sale in the book gift shop, 75% off the items on the table. next Sunday, July 5th, can you believe that? We will have our potluck. There's a sign-up sheet in the lobby to list what wonderful food you will bring. And please join us for fun, food, and fellowship, and everyone is welcome to attend that. And for those of who would like to stay after service today, we have our healing meditation circle starting at noon. All are welcome to attend this. Did I forget anything? Oh, I did. I knew I would. July 18th is our talent show. There is a sign-up sheet in the lobby for you to sign up and tell us what talent you will be presenting on that night. And this is going to be fun. I mean, if you can't sing, you can do karaoke or something, you know. There's just many things you can do. So don't be shy and don't be afraid to sign up and strut your stuff on July 18th. I think that's it, isn't it? Everybody's shaking their head yes, so I did it. All right. So now let's speak together our statement of faith, the foundational principle of unity. Together, there's only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And let's take a moment to bless our children. You are guided and protected. We bless you. We love you. You are the light of the world. And now Angela Barbarin will lead us in reading today's daily word and the prayer list.
Good morning. All right, let me get all organized here. Okay. The daily word. I share a connection to all living things. I share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am a part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness with God. Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other as indeed you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Okay. Let's say our affirmation together. I share a connection to all living things. Together. I share a connection to all living things. And now let us take a moment and hold our loved ones in prayer in our hearts and minds, and those who I will read from our prayer list. Okay. Peaches, Carla, Barbara, Linda, Reverend Dave, Anita, John, Raymond, Linda, Pam, Debbie, Eve, Kent, Joe, Dan, Levon, Tanya, Rebecca, Emily, Brian, the Second Time Arounders Marching Band, Amy, Michelle, Ed, Rick, Avery, Hadley, Olivia, Leah, Kendra, Zach, Thomas, Elizabeth, Vic, Dawn, Kyle, Alex, Chris, everyone at Unity, Derek, Alicia, Sandra, Lee, Anne, Ray, John, Anja, Shannon, Mary, Carol, George, James, Kit Kat, Kay Lee, Marjorie, Sebastian, Marissa, Edie, Elaine, Cody, Luke, Layla, Vicky, Kelly, Alistair, Jenna, Reverend Dave, Claire, David, Sandy, Ray, and Mark. That's a whole lot of praying that we're doing for our loved ones and those on this list.
As we move into our time of meditation, we have a beautiful song to sing together. The words say, "How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul."
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
As we begin today's meditation, the synchronicity of what's occurred in this celebration to this point is amazing. We've talked in song about finding the words to express the deepness relationship we have with our divinity. We've sought to go deeper, to be more awoke. What does that mean? We talk about mind-body connection. I invite us to consider consciousness, awareness, rather than mind. Are we conscious of the depth of our being? We seek to open our conscious awareness of self. Self could have a small s or a capital S. That depends on us. And how does this consciousness appreciate life? I want us to begin to breathe slowly through our nose, and then breathe out slowly through our nose. Make this a conscious effort. Breathe in, aware, breathe out. Breathe in. Again. And now I'd like you to put your right hand on your heart, continuing to breathe in and breathe out. Feel an awareness becoming apparent, watching your chest rise and fall. This consciousness is our inner self, our inner being, the only being that's capable of true change, your awareness of self. It seeks connection with your heart. Why? In heartfulness, there are 5 qualities in the heart that we all seek to attain. Continue breathing. Contentment, calm, compassion, courage, and clarity. When we become aware, consciously aware, that those traits are there for us to embrace, to live by, to experience life with, through, the quality of our life changes. Meditation is meant for us to focus on these qualities, on our heart, and the beauty that exists there for us to embrace, for us to use, for us maybe to become. We have free will. Free will takes us to many places. But we have the choice to go back into our hearts and become consciously aware of what is ours to do in every moment. And so I invite you to experience the bowls and to let them carry your conscious awareness where it needs to go in this very moment. You are the power. You are the presence. as we explore in silence. Allow the vibrations to inform your conscious awareness and your heart, to bring contentment, calm, compassion, courage, and clarity. Let's meditate. Let's fill our hearts with gratitude. For knowing that this heart space is available to us any moment of any day in any circumstance. We return to the heart space in times of trouble. We return with gratitude in times of joy. This space is yours. Only your consciousness is aware of it. May we use it well. Namaste.
And now we would like to have AnnMarie sing a solo, a very special solo.
Hi, everyone. Makes me very happy to be here. I've been sick for the last 6 weeks at least, but I'm healthy now and everything is better, and I'm thanking God for that and for seeing all your bright faces here this morning. It makes me feel so much better. And I'm going to be singing a song that you all should know. It's called the Ave Maria. Ave Maria, gracia mortis, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis, mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae. Ave Amen. Thank you so much. I haven't done that in 20 years. I'm so glad to have been able to have done it today.
I want to welcome the people who are watching online. I always forget to acknowledge you, but I want you to know we know you're here and we appreciate it. Our hearts are with you. And that, by the way, was simply beautiful. Thank you. Filled my heart.
Thank you.
My heart is especially full this morning because I believe every one of us is being invited into something extraordinary. Friends, we're being invited to awaken to our divine nature, to become more aware, more conscious, and more intentional. So that there's a reason to do all of that. It's so that every word we speak, every choice we make, every relationship we have, and every action that we take becomes an expression of the highest aspect of who we are. The highest aspect, which is our divine nature. Now, we often call this living from the heart. But I wonder if we don't confuse that a little bit with living more emotionally or sentimentally, or that it means we're always calm, or we're always peaceful, or we're always loving. And those things are certainly possible when we come into and awaken our divine nature. But it may not define the experience completely, because it is about living consciously. So I'd like to start someplace a little bit different, because what I'd like us to think about is, what does it look like and feel like when we're actually living from the mind space instead of from our heart? So I just want to take a couple of minutes here and say, I'd like you to imagine a disagreement that you had with somebody you cared about, somebody that you loved, a spouse, a friend, a child, a parent, a coworker. And imagine that this conversation didn't go well, and feelings got hurt. Words were exchanged. And now you've gone off and gone to your separate corners, your separate house, whatever it is, your separate room. And maybe that evening you were sitting alone and you were replaying part of this disagreement. And there's a part of you that knows that you contributed to what happened, right? There's a part of you that knows that maybe there's something you could apologize for. And maybe all it would take is for you to make a phone call or a text message and take ownership of your part of it. And by doing that, you could move this relationship back towards healing. And here's the rub. Something inside of you wouldn't let you do it. And instead, what you do is you replay that conversation and you begin to rehearse all the reasons that you were right. And you start to build your case. You start to gather the evidence. You remind yourself of everything they said and did that was wrong. Right? And now, you've convinced yourself that if you did make that first move, if you did make that phone call, to send that text message, you've lost. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever noticed that? And it's really a strange thing, and I'll tell you why. It's a strange place because what we really want with that person is likely connection. But what we chose was to be right. And what we might have wanted was to create peace between the two of us. But we chose to protect ourselves instead. And where we might have wanted healing, we chose distance, friends. And I think from the laughter, we've all experienced moments like this. So I want to explore that a little bit. What just happened? You see, our mind is a repository for our past and our future. It spends most of its time in those places. It's holding all our old wounds, all of the times that something occurred that hurt us. It's holding all those old belief systems. And its main job, if you don't know this, its main job is to protect you. So it's holding all those memories, all your fears or possibilities for the future, and it wants to protect you. I like to call it the autopilot of the unconscious behavior patterns that are meant to protect you. That's its job. That's kind of what we were seeing in that whole thing. Because here's the interesting part. If you remember that story I just told you, there were moments where we wanted to reach out. We wanted to create that healing. And we didn't. Because we were being guided by this thing that wanted to protect you. Because it doesn't want you to be vulnerable. It doesn't want you to ever be rejected again. It doesn't want you to be misunderstood. It certainly doesn't want, in my mind, me to be wrong. So it does what it's supposed to do. It builds walls. it creates arguments, it gathers evidence, and it tells us we shouldn't move first. And that's what happens when we live from the mind. But here's the beautiful part. The heart operates completely differently. The heart operates in the present moment. It's not operating from your memory space, it's operating here and now. The heart is the seat of our divine nature. And it's the home of where awareness rests. The consciousness of our heart asks us different things. It asks us, do I want to be right or do I want to be connected? The heart asks, do I want to win or do I want to heal? Do I want to protect myself or do I want love? These questions that the heart asks opens up all kinds of possibilities for us. You see, the heart asks for different outcomes by offering different actions. The heart's the place that says, perhaps I can apologize. Perhaps I can listen to that point of view. Perhaps I can take ownership for my part. And perhaps I can choose connection instead of being right. Do you see the difference in the guidance that we get when we're acting from our heart instead of our head? When we live consciously, we begin to explore how we are showing up and from what place. Are we coming from the heart in the present moment? Or are we coming from the mind that's got all of the past built up in it? So the question is, where do you want to live from? And if you choose that you want to live from the heart, how do we keep taking ourselves back there? How do we take ourselves into the awakened state of our divine nature? Because that is the heart space. And how do we live from that place of consciousness? You know, I like to think of things like this, right? Here's the situation, and here's the response. We take a breath. We breathe to allow sacred interruption. Because in that space, we can create a moment to bring ourselves back into awareness. Because here's what awareness does. Awareness interrupts the unconscious thoughts long enough for us to hear our heart. And it's here that we can begin to ask questions. The moment for conscious reflection before the response. What am I really feeling? What's stirring up my emotions? What's really coming up here? And then the question, what am I really seeking in this moment? You see, we can train ourselves to override the autopilot of our unconscious mind. I'd like to give you a little example of how I experienced this in my own life. A friend and I had planned a weekend retreat. We were going up into the mountains. I was responsible for the logistics, where we were going to stay, and my friend was responsible for the food. And when I got to her place, there was no food. She hadn't prepared the food. And you can imagine I was disappointed. You see, but what I started to think was that, oh, this weekend isn't very important to her. And by default, that meant I'm not very important to her. And that started the looping connection to everything that ever happened to me in my life. Now, the next morning, my friend said, you know what, I want to make this right. So when we go, I'm going to pay for every time we go out to eat at the restaurant. And I was like, that's great. That's really sweet, right? But guess what? That story didn't stop going through my head. You weren't worthy of being, prepared for. You're not special enough. You're not, And I have to tell you, we did the weekend trip, but it took me months to realize what was actually happening in those moments. I didn't realize that I was projecting my whole past into how I was feeling. Every painful slight I had experienced in my life, I projected on her. And I realized my mind is really just trying to protect me from one more person that might just really intend to hurt me. So I wasn't responding in the moment, but I was responding to everything in my past. You see, and then something happened. The awareness to understand what happened came slowly for me. I'm slow sometimes. But as this saying goes, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's kind of what happened to me. And here's the good thing. Once I saw the pattern of that behavior, of what the mind does, the pattern lost its power. I started to become aware of the moments that my autopilot mind engaged. But now, awareness can finally interrupt my mind long enough so that my heart can be heard. And so it's become easier to stop the flow of thoughts, to take that breath. I make it sound so easy. Took me months. But we get to start to ask the questions. What's really happening here? What am I feeling? What am I protecting? What am I afraid of? What story am I telling myself? And am I acting in a way that brings me connection? Or is it going to bring me disconnection and distance? The important question here is, what do I really seek in this moment? Is it connection? Is it forgiveness? Is it love? Understanding, compassion, and peace? You see, that is the language of the heart. And for me, it's becoming increasingly clear when my heart is speaking. Because the heart invites us into awareness. It is the place that consciousness naturally flows. And when we choose to live from this place, We are choosing. We are choosing to live in alignment with our divine nature. To live aligned with the highest aspects of who we are. That consciousness becomes the expression of how we interact now. The words that we speak and the actions that we take. Friends, we're being invited to awaken the divinity within, to be the highest aspects of who we are meant to be. So, you know, I taught school for a couple of years. I don't know if you know that, but I'm telling you that because I have an assignment for you. And your assignment is not to try to be a better person this week. That's not the assignment. The assignment is for you to try to become more aware. Ask in the moment, what is directing my action? Where will your words come from? Where will your actions spring from? Where will your intentions be set into motion? What questions will you ask yourself? And friends, I want to remind you of something. You are all creator beings, and you have the power to create the life that you want. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful message. We resonated. Okay, so at this time, we come to our time of offering. So whatever tithes you have, you can hold them to your heart or symbolically if you're going to do this online. And we say together our offering blessing. Divine love moving through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Thank you, God.
Wow, that was wonderful. Yes, let's have another hand for Cindy. I love that. I had one of those moments this week. I think if I really thought about it, it probably happens every day. But, you know, your heart feels after something like that. I couldn't stand it. I had to make amends right away. I just couldn't take it. Was with my daughter, and she's in another state. So anyway, I take so much from that because you do become more aware when you say, what would love do? And I'm going to do this wonderful song that was recorded by Winona Judd. And she did it for a show back in the 90s. Something about the angel. Anybody remember? Touched by an angel. Thank you. Oh my gosh, my brain. But anyway, it fits with pride. It fits with all the people going through natural disasters right now. Oh my gosh. Let's just go to love like we see it happen all the time to better this world. Love is love is love. Is that right? So we're going to testify to love. Thank you, Matt. All the colors of the rainbow, all the voices of the wind, every dream that reaches out to find where love begins. Every word of every story, every star in every sky. Every corner of creation lives to testify. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. From the mountains to the valleys, from the rivers to the sea, every hand that reaches out, every hand that reaches out to offer peace, every simple act of mercy, every step to kingdom come, all the hope in every heart will speak what love has done. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. I'll be a witness in the silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, I give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify. I will testify to love. For as long as I shall live, I will testify. I'll be a witness in the silences where words are not enough. Everything that I take will give thanks to God above. I mean, as I shall live, I will testify to love. For as long as I shall live, I will testify. Silences when words are not enough. With every breath I take, we will give thanks to God above. As long as I shall live, I will testify to love. With every breath I take, I will give thanks to God above. For as long as I shall live, I will testify to love. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you all.
Wow, that was amazing. Okay, well, now we come to our time for our closing prayer. So if you'll all stand. And we say together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you, God.
And we will close with the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment